Hello, the purpose of this presentation is to show you openelms from the learner perspective. What we have here, first of all, is the login page. It's branded for openelms, but of course, administration settings in the system will brand it in however way you like. So the background, logo can all be changed for whatever you want. We log in. First of all, we're going to log in as a learner. Now, we always start the presentation with a learner. We have a landing screen here. You may or may not see this when you start the presentation, but it can be changed or added on configuration. And these are basically just categories of learning. We're going to skip the landing page and go straight to the learning and to show you the learner interface. So here we have the learner interface. We have essentially a list of all the learning available to the learner. So we have all the in-progress learning at the top, and then we have the categories of learning. And these are vertically scrollable, similar to uh, any video on demand service such as Netflix. You will select anything you want to do and then press the blue button in order to activate that learning. So whatever the learning is, whether it's e-learning, whether it's videos or work you need to respond to, the process is the same. You press the blue button and it launches the learning resource. So this means that the system is very intuitive to use. You basically just select what you want to learn, press the blue button, and you change the status from not started to in progress, furthering it on then to completion. The interface, we have filter options at the top. So as well as using the search filters and searching here, you can also use these filters and you can filter for information such as stuff that's been failed, stuff that's available for enrollment, stuff that's been in progress or not started, etc. You may or may not see on the left-hand side this filter by program. And what this allows you to do is to select a program. And if we we don't include learning outside the program, you can see all the learning that's just on that program. And you can select various elements of that program to filter information that are just on those elements of the program. So it lets you see, take a program and you can see the learning that's associated with that. And you can see the percentage of completion for each element of that program. Just click this button here to show all the learning that's available to us again. And this could be learning that's assigned to us or learning that's enrollable, learning we can actually select ourselves in order to enroll on. Looking at the header, here we've got a plus button. What this allows you to do is to upload resources. So you can upload evidence of your work, reflective logs, or you can respond to any forms that are in the system. You can select the form and you can respond accordingly. So this allows you to upload your own learning onto your e-portfolio, as well as learning. So as well as learning going from top down, it's also going from bottom up. So you can add to your learning portfolio and keep this as a lifelong log of any learning you have within the organization. And you can take this work with you at a later stage if you ever to leave the organization. We've got a bell here. If we click on that, these are things we need to do. You can see this person's got a progress review that is overdue. We've got a launch conversation. So with this, you can speak to anyone else, any colleagues or any trainers in the organization with Teams or Zoom chat, etc., or via email. We also have, if we click on there, there'll be a help video will open, which will tell us how to use the system. Moving on to the right-hand side, we have a calendar. The calendar has a list of events. So you can have a list of learning events in the system, and you can select those events, and you can sign up for them, etc., carry out learning events. So those could be classroom-based events or or webinars arranged by management in the system. Here we've got the progress, and this is the progress of all the learning you're doing. So here you can see your progress by way of criteria completed, resources, and time on, for instance, this induction program. And you can drill down into an induction program and you can see down to the individual bit of learning how you're progressing. But you can also see all your learning resources completed. So programs are made up of learning resources. You can see any events you've attended, a leaderboard, any badges, comment logs, assigned forms, etc., and a complete log of all your email history. So you've got a complete audit trail of everything that's gone on with regards to learning within the system. Finally, we've got reports here. So you've got a manager's report, so you can open that up, and that's a distributed report to that learner. So that's the learning interface. once you've done the learner interface, you can then move on and share and examine another role in the system.